Good morning. Welcome back to 3-day weekend. It is cold outside this morning, but I want to bring in Lightning 2.0, Tyler's machine out there that we stripped down to the frame, and start putting it back together because, you know, we'd like to go for rides and stuff. I don't have anybody to help me because kids are in school today, and this thing doesn't have a belt. So it's not gonna move easily. So the plan is I'm going to push it and roll it down this gentle hill and get it into the garage. Might have to throw the cover on the clutch is all. Cause I would love to power wash it, the frame, cause it's kind of dirty and whatnot. Power wash it, but it's froze, so I just want to get everything warmed up before I just want to clean up the frame and the base of it before I start putting it together. You know, might as well clean things before we do it. But yeah, that's the plan. The frame is clean. Time to bolt some dirty parts to it. I didn't power wash any of the parts. Trying to remember how it goes. We had to do some deconstruction before we can do some reconstruction. Well, we'll get it. We'll get it. We're stuck on the fuel strap. I don't remember how that goes. I think when we put the rear frame on, we'll remember. Yeah. But yeah, we're about to do the bungee cord delete. And I forgot how much electrical work this thing is gonna need once we get it back kind of together. I'd like to get everything, you know, the body, finish the roll cage, but I don't want to do the front, and I don't want to do the skid plate so that we can finish the wiring up. That's the goal for today. It's a very ambitious goal.
Awkward silence here.
Awkward silence. Got the floor and the frames in. We're not going to put the center console until we're done with the electronic wiring stuff. But yeah, we were worried that like the fuel strap, that took a little bit to figure out. You know, how long has this been apart? It's been a month at least.
Yeah.
I don't remember how it went. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, our bags of screws, we labeled them. Some of the labels are a little clearer than other labels.
A little bit.
Rear back wall thing. Yeah, right. Yeah. So we got her all set. And battery, and fuel, and whatnot. Yeah. So I think we're going to start on the back and put the fenders on and stuff like that now. Man, it's coming together. We're getting there. It's starting to look like a machine. I think we're going to tackle the rockers here next. I got the whole roof up, the frame all that. Those are tight. Let me tell you. They don't want to go in there. We had to loosen everything up to get them to go, and even then, it was a challenge. But yeah, we're getting closer. It's going back together easier than I had anticipated, considering it's been so long and we forgot how it goes. All right, we're gonna get to work on those rocker panels. Putting the roof on. We got rear doors. We can't put the front doors on because front doors attached to the fenders attached to the front, and I want to do electrical works. So that's as much as we're going to do today. We're on the roof, which so far has been the most difficult part. You got her?
Yeah.
Lots of screws holding that thing down. Rear bed is on. We got to finish attaching our fender flares. The whole rear, everything's good. Look at this electrical mess we gotta figure out. Oh man. The trailer is getting down there. Yeah.
I've been working on this thing every day. I'm getting a little worn out, but it's almost done. I got the box back on, and the cage is back on, and I even put the front fenders on. Look at that, which involved taking the cage back off a little bit. But that's on. I don't know if I showed you. The final panel is installed. Bumper, whip, rock, loop, speaker, rear, his stupid little bullet valve, horn. All working. Very cool. Ignore that noise. That's normal, it's fine. But yeah, front fenders, front brush guard is on there. Ignore the beeping. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. That's the whole front end is done. And all the wiring is tucked in, and I got the seats in, and the center console, and the firewall is all in. Everything looks good there. So now I am on to the skid plate. Now the skid plate has been giving me fits because some of the screws over there are rusted out, or the holes are stripped out down there, so it's not good. I bought some new screws. I'm hoping they're just a little bit wider. Maybe I can get a good bite onto them, but we'll see. And they used, I don't know where the screws went, so I had to get the original manual I found. It's a Super ATV, really thick skid plate, and I labeled where every different size screw goes. So once I get that on, we should be in pretty good shape. Also, the belt came today. I have been pushing this thing in and out of the garage for two weeks, working on it after work and whatnot. But the belt is here. I'm going to put that on today or tomorrow, and it'll move under its own power. So let me get this skid plate on. We're almost done. The skid plate is on. Yes, had to drill and tap a couple holes, but she's on there. And now I'm working on the belt. Gonna put a new HunterWorks belt on there, the thick one. So we're gonna take apart this clutch and pull the bolts and all that stuff. Put this fancy little washer they give you and put it back together. New belt's in. Let's see if it's sitting properly, doing what it should be doing. That looks perfect. All right. But running that, I just noticed that my taillights aren't working. So I'm gonna have to look at that. Let me put the cover back on, the tube back on, whatnot, and then I'll see why I don't have taillights. We got her. It's together. I didn't put the 32s on it yet because we need to do some rear end work with the brush guard and the anchors and all that stuff. So we'll do that one shot later. But the rest is in. I got the running boards on and the skid plate and the ignition all works and everything is all tied together. Look at that. Got a couple of things with shock shields sitting over there. Rear lights, belt fan, bad harness. Let me show you that in a minute here. Tie rod boot. Oh, the inner boot is messed up. I have new ones coming. Axle boot. That one on the outside of that wheel is leaking grease, so we're gonna fix that. And two of all the things I have, every bolt is accounted for except for 2 door bolts, which we put in the pocket of the door, and they must have fallen out. Usually I put them right back in the hole, but for whatever reason, we put them right in that little pouch, and they were not there. So you see I got a missing bolt there and there. But it'll be fine. I'll get a couple of those. Yeah, the rest is good. It's working. Everything is lined up. Like I said, I got to take the rear end apart to fix that. But let me show you something with the taillights here. Hey, these taillights are on. Taillights are off. This is a little harness to steal power, and it was sending it back to the fan that cools the clutches. And if I plug this harness in, just plug the harness in, and plug this harness in. The taillights don't work, and the fan wasn't working. I have continuity between both ends of this plug, so I don't know what its deal is. So for today, we're just gonna do that, and that, and that, and none of those. And now the lights are working. We'll come back and revisit that later. Let's see if it moves. Whine from the clutch is gone too. So that's good. Oh, that's nice. Feels good. It works. It's done. Hey. And that noise, that high-pitched whine from the clutch, that's gone too. So he'll be happy about that. I got that thick clutch from, or thick belt from Hunterworks. It's supposed to take care of it, and so far it did. Nice and quiet. We'll see after breaking it in for the next 30 miles, which takes an eternity, it seems. But yeah, we should be good. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, especially Patreons. If you aren't a Patreon and want to consider subscribing to that, just the link is down below, or you can join the channel through YouTube if you're not into Patreon. Either way, I really appreciate the support. You guys keep these wheels turning, and we wouldn't be doing it without you. But thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you here for another video on 3-Day Weekend.